Wavesound Audiobooks presents an unabridged recording of Darwin on the Beagle by Harrison Christian, narrated by Keith Wickham. Doubt is an uncomfortable condition, but certainty is a ridiculous one. Voltaire. Prologue. An unexpected crowd was gathering at the Oxford University Museum. Students, dons, ladies, and clergymen all poured into the Gothic building on Parks Road. Through the entrance arch they went, passing the stone carvings, Adam on one side, Eve on the other, and into a bright atrium with a glass ceiling. The pretext was nothing remarkable. A professor named Draper was scheduled to give a talk on how Charles Darwin's theory of evolution might be applied to civilizations. It was one of many sessions at the 1860 conference of the British Association for the Advancement of Science. Darwin, author of a controversial new book about the origin of species, was not even present. He was nursing a severe headache at a hydrotherapy spa in Richmond. But the crowd was determined to sit through Draper's talk, because they'd heard that the Bishop of Oxford, Samuel Wilberforce, was going to give a reply. Of the more than 140 papers read at that year's meeting, ranging in subject from the mode of flight of the pterodactyls to the deodorization of sewage, the few that touched on evolution were the most likely to lead to debates. 2 days earlier, a session about the sexuality of plants had prompted a clash between the biologists Richard Owen and Thomas Huxley. The two men had become bogged down on the question of gorilla brains and left their audience wanting more. Wilberforce had written a critique of Darwin's book for the Quarterly Review, just out. A powerful speaker, he was bound to give Darwin a verbal thrashing. Interest in the session only increased when rumours spread that Owen, a formidable critic of Darwin, had lodged with the bishop the night before and coached him on what to say. The excitement was tremendous, recalled one witness. The museum's lecture room proved too small for the crowd, at least 700 people, and the meeting had to be moved to the library, which was soon crammed to suffocation. Draper's talk promised to be dull, and was. The crowd listened politely while he spoke for an hour, droning on about the ancient Greeks. Then the chairman called on Wilberforce. The bishop rose to the platform as though to the pulpit, dressed in a long black robe and white puffy shirt sleeves. He spoke forcefully, denouncing Darwin's theory as one based upon mere fancy instead of facts, and one which in its effect was degrading to the dignity of human nature. After half an hour of talking, he tried to lighten the mood a little. He turned to Huxley, who was fuming in the audience.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?